Kiss 106.5, you're on the air. Kyle, Jackie O. Morning, everyone.
I saw the photos of you.
For more than 20 years, they were radio royalty with the Kyle and Jackie O shows.
What's it like to be
Polyamorous.
Is polyamory different to an open relationship?
Katy Perry, we promised we'd get her, and here she is. She's zooming in.
That's it, baby.
Oh, he's doing it.
But now they've split, Jackie quitting amid allegations of serious misconduct against Kyle.
Jackie has given notice that she can no longer continue to work on the show with Kyle on breakfast. Kyle has been given 14 days to remedy a serious breach of contract in respect of the show.
Tell me where I've been off with the fairies during the show.
I don't have to prove anything.
No, you do. You can't accuse me of doing something and then say I don't have to
listen
say
to the
it.
program. You'll hear yourself.
Oh, no, just give me one example.
Be aware of what's really going on.
I am, Kyle. That I totally am offended by you saying something like that.
Well, too bad if you are, because that's the reality of what we're dealing with here.
This live broadcast last month was too much for Jackie O, who walks away from a multi-million-dollar contract.
I would never say things like that about you. That's an attack, and
It's not an attack, it's an actual fact.
Clearly she was unhappy. That's a lot of money to walk away from, obviously. And the prospect of having to share a room with someone that you're just not connecting with anymore was too much for her, it seems.
Former radio manager Craig Bruce became involved with the pair in 2005 and worked with them until 2013.
I describe them as killers. They just wanted to win. We did a lot of planning for the show at Kyle's house. It was fun. They supported each other. This has been a long time coming, that it's not a single moment. It's not about the argument that some of us have heard from the show Friday week ago. It's more a culmination of a bunch of things that have happened over time and, two people growing older and growing apart, I think.
Entertainment industry's like.
The show traded on controversy, infamous for crude and offensive conduct.
What's your biggest number for gangbanging? Like letting all the blokes run a train? Like how many guys have you had to go at once?
What a fat, bitter thing you are. You're deputy editor of an online thing.
The show was slammed by the media regulator ACMA again and again, most recently last year for vulgar, sexually explicit and deeply offensive content.
All the girls here, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have recorded themselves urinating.
It was explicit on far too many occasions. It was impossible to listen to with kids in the car.
I can't even talk about it. I mean, it is such a disgusting thing. It involved urination and toilets, and it was just something that should never have gone to air.
In 2023, the broadcaster ARN Media reportedly signed the pair to a $200 million deal. Some observers argue the breakup may free ARN from the contract.
I think whoever did this deal at ARN would be having a hard look at themselves today. I mean, $200 million over 10 years, which meant both of them were paid $10 million a year each. They didn't need to pay them that much. And it was done because they thought that they could network this show around the country. They were going to put it into Brisbane. That never happened. They put it into Melbourne, and what's happened in Melbourne is it's got itself a 5% share. And so they've decided to give themselves an out, and I reckon Kyle has given them that out.
The financial outlook for ARN is troubled, with a $30 million drop in revenue reported last month.
Well, it could get very messy because this is a big liability that ARN have. It's in a contract, so it's a liability. So the complication for them is they've got to get a program on air, and they've got to get a program on air in 2 markets. They've got to get a show basically up from next week. So if you've got this liability, but then you have to get some new stars and you have to do a contract with them and they want to know how long, they're not just going to be a fill-in. So it could get enormously messy, both financially and personnel-wise.
What was in your wallet before?
My wallet, money.
It'll be a challenge to find bigger names than Kyle and Jackie O to fill the void.
That's why Australian radio is famous overseas. And yeah, it really is for radio the end of an era.